At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student prepare for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance.
We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the 2-car garage/rehearsal space insurance. Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by IBEW Local 369.
And welcome to Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football, where we have the Floyd Central Highlanders at home, Ron Wigleb Stadium here. Scott Field at Floyd Central High School taking on the New Albany Bulldogs in the battle for the Anchor Trophy coming up tonight. And this should be a good matchup, cross-county rivalry game, of course. 5-2 Highlanders, 3-5 Bulldogs. And I am Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me, Coach Kellen Barnes. And Coach, New Albany had a tough one last week. They played well, and it just kind of got away from them at the end. Floyd Central kind of rolling at the moment. What kind of game you expecting us to see tonight?
Well, New Albany. I was just talking to Coach Cooley about it. They're down some starters, but I think they're going to play hard. We're going to see a physical matchup. I think both teams really want to run the ball. I think they want to control the game from that standpoint. And then ultimately, I think Floyd Central is going to open it up and try to throw it over their head.
Well, and I talked with Coach Bragg just about their offense and the fact that they can kind of score a myriad of different ways. And I know as we come to the keys of the game, you're going to be talking about a lot of that as we go forward. You may notice around the stadium tonight as we are showing you some of our shots both on the field and around the stadium. A lot of orange tonight. I guess I'll flip back to this, and that's in noting the passing of Bryce Gerlach at the Harvest Homecoming last week. Very emotional game. I'm going to leave it to Coach Bragg to explain more about why there's all this orange around the stadium, but definitely big hit to this community, and so all these guys really trying to support that. Well, let's now go to our rest of our regular pregame here as we roll through. We want to talk about tonight's weather, but before we can, we definitely need to tell you that tonight's weather is brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Mark Stevens. For any of your insurance need, contact Mark at 812-283-8600. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. And So our weather this evening, I think I was a little, I said 70. It's probably mid-60s by now. I set that just a little while ago when the sun was out a little further. It's probably 65, but mostly sunny, beautiful night. We're a night past a supermoon, so we're going to have a gorgeous shot of the moon coming up later on here over Scott Field, and we are certainly hoping to have a good one. Well, Coach Barnes talked to Coach Cooley just a little while ago, so we're going to step aside, hear from some of our fantastic Glycod sponsors, and when we return, we will have Coach Cooley as we bring you the pregame show here on Glycod.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Looking for a great career while making a difference in a child's life? Head Start is hiring. Visit Cassie1.org to apply.
Good evening. This is Kellen Barnes with Glycod Media. I'm here with Coach Cooley from New Albany. High school. Coach, how do you keep your team focused when you kind of already have the draw for next week and everything like that, and you got this big game here, this big rivalry game with the Highlanders? How are you keeping your team focused this week?
Well, for us, we just try to take it one day at a time. We've got a lot of going on here with our kids' emotions. I know Floyd's got a lot going on, with their emotions as well, as far as with Bryce and all of that, And first off, there's more than football going on tonight. Our hearts and prayers go out to his family and all those injured last weekend at Harvest Homecoming. It's a tragedy, for our community, their community, and for Southern Indiana. But, for the most part, I'd like to say, our thoughts and prayers go out with the family there. But, we've tried to have a good day of practice and get better. Yes, we got a playoff draw. Yes, as far as conference play and all of that, that's pretty much been decided. East to be our conference champions. And for us, you know, it's a rivalry game, but it's an emotional game tonight for both teams. But I think, you know, we're going to come out and play hard and have fun. We got a lot of kids beat up, and so we kind of got, you know, a lot of JV players out here playing tonight, and we did that last week too, and they actually played pretty well. So our young kids have gotten better every single week. You know, I said yesterday to the kids, we're down 12 starters from game 1 and 2 that are no longer playing for us right now, or they're not playing tonight. So that's a big drop-off if you go from starting 22 to start 12 new ones, you know, game 8 and 9. But they're going to get better, and then we're excited.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter. For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul. What are you going to tell me again? Foul. Yeah. Foul, bro. Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out. You're about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back live at Ron Wigleb Stadium here at Floyd Central High School as we count down to the kickoff. It's time for Keys to the Game. Tonight's Keys to the Game are presented by Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Northside Security. Well, we're going to bring back in Kellen Barnes. And Kellen, you're going to roll through these. And I guess first, the Floyd Central offense.
Yeah, it says don't mull it over, so don't think too hard about this. Your quarterback, Jack Mull, he's a great player. He's an outstanding leader on the team. Let the offense run through him. Let him make his checks at the line, and let this offense flow the way it's been flowing the last couple of games. The second one says, can the Highlanders can establish the run? they really go out each game that I've seen on film, and they really try to establish the run early so they can get that play-action passing game going, and they can keep the pressure off them all and allow them to make easy throws, and again, let the offense flow freely and run it up. They've been scoring a lot of points. I believe it's around 35 points a game this year. So they got to keep running it up. That's that confidence in the offense, and it helps their defense out a lot to stay off the field.
All right, now for the Bulldog offense.
Well, I believe it says avoid the turnover bug, and that's what I was talking to Coach Cooley about down on the field, was the turnover bug, and it has a lot to do with losing all those starters from the beginning of the season. But at the same time, you have to take care of the ball. You have to be aware and conscious of fumbling the ball, of throwing the interception, of throwing the pick six, because of the momentum that you give to the other side. Run, baby, run. Last week against Seymour, they were in a full house backfield, and they were reading the zone read and doing the option kind of look with the full house in the backfield. I imagine they'll have some gimmicks off of these to try to open it up a little bit, but they want to pound it, they want to shorten the game, and they want to keep Floyd Central right with them the whole time. And the last one is finish drives. Yes, I'm sorry about that, Dr. Todd. They last week they did not finish many drives, and it's understandable with so many young kids, but they moved the ball up and down the field pretty good, and they missed out on so many opportunities to score in the red zone. And it was just watching the film. I was an old coach. I was a little bit frustrated.
Right.
Finish the drive, fellas.
Finish the drive. Okay, Floyd Central defense.
Well, as far as their defense goes, again, they got to stop the run. All right, up front, they got to stop the run, and they got to rush the passer. So as soon as they stop the run, New Albany's going to have to do something crazy to get them open, to get the game moving forward against this new Floyd Central defense. Now they've been exposed a little bit against some better teams with the two-way players that they have up front and wearing out a little bit toward the end of the game. But I will say this: if they can stop the New Albany run, they're going to be in great shape. The second one is just help the offense. Help the offense get the ball back as soon as possible. They are opportunistic. On film, that defense is opportunistic. They may give up some yards, but then they're always punching at the ball. They're trying to get it out. And the last one is, Ken Watson. I had
Ken Watson, Long, and Kaiser.
Yeah, those are the three guys, and you got to keep your eyes on them at all time. And, I had a Dr. Watson, Sherlock Holmes thing in there, but it didn't work out. But, Watson's the key.
Okay. So the New Albany Bulldogs on defense.
There's a lot to look at. They do a lot of different things. They're in a 3-3 stack look, and it's kind of like a wide open look. But then you'll see them. They have 8 or 9 guys at the line of scrimmage. Are they going to do all that tonight? Are they going to have to do all that? Can they stop the run up front well enough with the 3 and allow their secondary to cover the passing game of Floyd Central? The second one is cause turnover. I mean, you got to get with the offense being run by so many young and inexperienced players, you have to get them as many opportunities as you can with the ball. So, again, we have to have opportunistic defense, opportunistic special teams. And the final one is consistent. You have to be consistent in tackling and effort because they are playing so many people both ways. How are they going to react when they get a little bit tired here in the second, third quarter? Are they going to drop their head, drop their shoulders, or are they going to keep running to the football?
All right. Well, those are your Northside Security keys to the game. Northside Security, where service and protection meet. This broadcast is authorized by Floyd Central High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you so very much for watching. And we thank you so much also for supporting our sponsors. We're going to step away, hear from some of them as senior night continues here at Floyd Central High School. We will step aside when we come back. You will hear from James Bragg, the head coach of these Floyd Central Highlanders. Come on back for that here on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Like God.
Here for the regular season finale at Ron Wigleb Stadium, Floyd Central High School, alongside Coach James Bragg of the Floyd Central Highlanders. Coach, 5-2. Let's just ask it first, just to characterize your team. How have they grown through the season to this regular season finale?
Oh, I think they've grown tremendously. They've grown closer, but also on each side of the ball, we've gotten tremendously better. I mean, as we opened up the game here against St. X, and you fast forward 8 weeks from now, I mean, it's a completely different team than we have on the field. You know, we're blocking better offensively. Defensively, we've gelled together. We're not running upfield. We're not doing undisciplined things, un-Highlander things right now. So it's been a big transformation for these kids, and I think that shows in the record. You know, being 5-2, looking to go 6-2 at the regular season ender here, and you know, that just shows how much these guys work.
Averaging in the mid-30s a game, points scored. Boy, it seems like as your quarterback Mull goes and the running game goes, boy, you guys can certainly put some points on the board. How has that maturity process come along?
You know, it's been cool because, and it's came a long time, or excuse me, far. Sorry about this today. There's a lot going on tonight. You know, emotionally.
Going on tonight, you bet.
It's just kind of got me right now. So to answer your question, you know, one thing that I thought at the beginning of the year, I think we thought we were going to be more of a ball control or clock control team. You know, we would have to win these games, you know, maybe 21-14 types things. And as we've evolved and how we've gotten stronger and more confident in our offense, you know, I think we're just like last year a little bit, where we could score on a drop of a dime. You know, we can go down the field in 4 plays if we have to, or, you know, with Sebastian and Jacoby Jones running the ball with that offensive line, we can also, you know, take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, you know. So I think it's we're very balanced on offense, which is a big thing for us right now, and that's a great thing to have right now heading into the playoffs, you know, because there's going to be times when we need to score quick, and there's other times where we're going to want to slow it down. So we look forward forward to, finishing this game strong and using that to our advantage because we really don't want to give the ball to New Albany. I mean, their offense they run is very good, very methodical. It kind of lulls you to sleep. And the next thing you know, they bust one for a 35-yard touchdown, and you never know what happened. Like, you've been stopping them, and all of a sudden they got playmakers that could take it a long way. So we want to make sure that we limit their possessions tonight by using that clock management style tonight, not so much about just quickly scoring. So,
well, and you already talked a lot about what sorts of things you're going to need to do to win the game. So I guess I'll flip back to you guys one more time, and that is who has stood out for you on defense this year? Who has really risen to the top?
You can't just tie it down to one kid, I think. I mean, we walked in with maybe one returner on defense who isn't even starting right now, and Wade Jacoby now comes off the bench because we need him on offense so much. Yeah. So we have 4 new D linemen, 3 new linebackers in there, and one returning guy on the secondary. So, when you ask who to pinpoint it, I really can't do that because we feed off everyone, and we've talked about it for weeks here. When we played East kept pinning us on the edge. They kept pinning our outside linebacker, and we repped it, but we just didn't get it done. And we were talking about how one guy in our defense, the way we play, if one guy doesn't do his job, it ruins it for everybody else, And we fix those mistakes now, and as I think that shows on the scoreboard. I mean, we're back to, giving up less than 20 points a game in the last 4 games or 3 games or whatever it is. But, when you pinpoint to one kid, I don't know if you can do that with our defense because we call ourselves a bunch of misfit toys. Like we don't have the brand name, we're just getting it done as a unit. And that's what's great about high school football. But what's great about these kids is that they buy into their roles, and you've watched us enough. We're going to bring 5 new guys in on 3rd down and long because those guys are just better at pass than the other guys. The other guys would run. So, these guys have bought into their roles, and I think they feed off one another because they want everybody to be successful. So, to get their job done on 1st and 2nd down, those 5 guys coming in, they're high-fiving excited because those guys get an opportunity to shine and do their part to get us off the field and be on the 4th down. So, I guess highlight it, the whole dang unit.
That's great. That's just really what you want. Well, I'm going to go back to maybe something emotional. There's an awful lot of orange around here tonight, and why don't you just briefly explain to the fans why that is and what you're all supporting?
Well, we're supporting Bryce Gerlach. He passed away last weekend due to a gunshot, and he was with us for about 4 months in the summer, and some people don't know that, but he was trying to transfer into Floyd, and things happened and ended up stopping his transfer, so he had to go back to Corden. But he was part of our Highlander family. I mean, he was here for 4 months. I mean, we got pictures of him. He was over at St. X with us, and actually it was funny because the day he comes in to tell me that he thinks he has to go back to Corden, I'm talking him into getting him on the bus to go to Whiteland to play in our scrimmage because he was going to be a very big part of our team, So, he never back to Corden, but he never stopped being a part of our family. He came around on the weekends. He hung out with our kids. He texted me. He kicked a field goal against Salem, and he texted me saying that he made this field goal, coach, and it's a very emotional night because there's 2 communities really hurting tonight, and not to take away from anything what Corden's doing, it's great, but the turnout here and all the orange in support of Bryce it's going to be a very emotional night. And then you can look around. I mean, this place is packed. It looks like a playoff atmosphere, and also New Albany. New Albany knew Bryce. A bunch of the kids on their team knew Bryce. So, that we talked about that earlier as a group. Is this happens 25 years ago? It is just one community, but now in 2024, he touched so many lives in 7-on-7 tournaments and his kicking camps, hanging out with these boys through the football, and it's another reason why football is the greatest sport in my opinion in America because one person touches so many lives around the area. So it'll be a good night tonight. So
good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Okay, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt, but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville. A family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start. German American Bank. Northside Security. And Call's Body Shop. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by IBEW Local 369.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today. Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Floyd Central High School after an extended little bit of a break there as we had a moment of silence or moment of respect for Bryce Garlock and then the national anthem. It's time for starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. So we'll start with the New Albany starting offense. They go as follows. Davis, Simon, Minich, Stokes, and Vogt across the front. Kenneth Watson, the quarterback. Rayvon Farley, Malik Whitfield. Clay Kaiser is number 3, is somebody you should absolutely look out for, as is number 34, Long, the starting running back. Camden Kuiper is the H-back. But certainly New Albany it has a bit of a I guess you might say odd in this day and age offensive look that we'll talk more about as we go. Our home defense, Justice Braid, William Brown, Javier Akut, Alarcon, Tackett, Polk, and Horvath are the linebacking core. Watch out for Matthew Polk there. David Pennington, Isaac Kaiser, Nolan Lippert, and Noah Maddox are the back end of that defense. Now, for the home offense, Varvel, Crump, Franks the center, Alejandro, and Noble across the front. The tight end, Matthew Polk, Isaac Kaiser, Garver Kelly, and David Pennington, wide receivers, although we will see a lot of Zeno Lawless and probably Camden Harrod as well. Jack Mull, the quarterback, junior, already thrown for 1,232 yards and 15 touchdowns on the season against 4 interceptions. Sebastian Robertson, the running back. You will also see a lot of Clayton Franks and Jacoby Jones, especially Jacoby Jones, who has 4 touchdowns on the season. And then the away defense, Schaefer, Harvey, Sands, the linebacking core, Chambers, Johnson, Kaiser, and Oliver, Farley, Watson, Ross, and Curry, the back end of that defense. And Coach Barnes, Kenny Watson last week in the safety spot really impressed both myself and certainly Coach Kaz, as he really played well coming up from that safety spot for the Bulldogs last week.
Yeah, he did a really nice job. He was a leader. He was a big-time leader that they needed coming into a game where they didn't know quite what they were going to have, with quite a few injuries going into that game, according to Coach Cooley. And he really played well, just being a leader, being somebody they could depend on.
Well, so we had the opening coin toss there, and as the teams move back to the sidelines, we're just a couple of minutes away from football. And you know what? This is probably a good time because we've got just a minute or two. I bet you we might go a little bit early, but I will certainly will take this opportunity to talk just very briefly about sectional matchups for these teams that came out here in just the last little while on Sunday, I guess I should say. And you can see here, sorry, I was just trying to get one other thing going here, that the 6A matchup locally is Center Grove will play at Jeffersonville, New Albany at Evansville North next week, 8 p.m. Here. That'll be 7 p.m. Central Time. Castle will be here at Floyd Central, and Silver Creek at Connorsville, Charlestown at Martinsville. So the 4A teams both are going to be playing on the road. Now, for the
some tough matchups here.
Yeah, 3A, 2A, and 1A. North Harrison will travel to Corden Central, so that's a nice cross-county rivalry there. Clarksville at Salem. And then number 2 Providence at number 6 Springs Valley. That game will be on Glycod, 7 p.m. That will be on IHSA TV, but you can get that link on glycod.com. So we impress upon you to do that. But that 1A game next week, Providence at Springs Valley, that game will be on IHSA TV, and we will be covering it for you here on Glycod. All right, so the Bulldogs of New Albany will be receiving the ball first.
Yeah, Floyd Central won the toss, and they deferred to their option to the second half, which is
all right,
mighty popular these days.
You bet. So Kennedy will be kicking off for the Highlanders. And Farley's the deep back for the Bulldogs. But it will come to up back. And he brings it out to the 30 and then is wrestled down. That was Kamari Curry.
Yeah, Kamari Curry. You know, he's been a playmaker, a little bit of a playmaker that they've leaned on here recently on the special teams kind of part of the game recently with all the, again, they're battling through injuries, but you can't make that excuse now. The game started, so we got to play. You hope you coached them up well enough this week and that they're ready to go out and fight for the Bulldog crowd here.
All right, and we do have a nice crowd here, obviously, for both schools, but certainly a lot of Bulldogs down here to our right.
And here's the formation you spoke about in pregame. It's a full house.
Oh. And they were in that most of the game last week, almost all game, in fact.
And you notice that they went with Seth Goodman to start the game. He does give them a better ability to throw the ball.
Well, and Goodman was in several times last week. We'll see if he stays that way or if we see Watson. Right side run, and that's Kaiser. And Nice run there by Clay Kaiser out near the first down marker.
With that full house backfield, everybody on the Floyd Central defense is going to have to play their responsibility, because if you try to run it down from the backside, then the quarterback's going to pull it out, and you're going to have a wide open run. So you really have to be disciplined on the Highlander side of the ball.
So just underway here from Floyd Central High School, Ron Wiglub Stadium. And we've got a third down situation here for the Highlanders. Third and 1. For the Bulldogs. Beg my pardon.
He got in on that last stretch.
Yeah, Kaiser with a nice job there to reach out and grab that at the last second, and that's first down for the Bulldogs.
I believe that was Ethan Pinkston there with the shoestring tackle trying to get him down to the ground. But Kaiser with a nice reach and stretch there. Again, this is what New Albany is going to want to do. They're going to want to hold on to the ball for they don't even care if the first quarter ends, Todd. They're going to want to hold the ball the entire game.
Well, and they did a good job with some long drives last week, as you said in the pregame, Kellen, but they just couldn't quite finish it off.
Yeah, here you go with an unbalanced look. So that inside receiver is ineligible.
And a run right up the gut there for a couple of yards. And that was as well Goodman.
You're going to end up with Goodman back there. You're going to have Long. You're going to have Clay Kaiser back there. And whoever they're going to get the ball to, eventually they're going to turn around and hand it to the deep back and really have a power look to it. That's going to be one of the wrinkles. You might probably have a reverse, maybe some kind of play action pass off this. But they're coming out here to give unbalanced looks so they can move some people over for Floyd Central.
So Goodman's still in there. Handoff this time to Kaiser. He dives forward for about another 3 yards. Going to make it third and about 5.
And if you're watching at home, don't expect anything different for 3rd and 5 versus 4th and 5. Coach Cooley he's consistent in his calls, and he likes this formation. I was speaking with him on the sideline before we did the interview, and he was really happy with how his team is adapting to this new look.
Well, it's certainly different, and we thought last week, I think Coach Kaz thought maybe there would be more of an RPO run out of it, but now this looks more like that. Oh, had Kaiser out there and just couldn't make it happen, just off the fingertips. That would have been good for a really nice gain out there.
Yeah, and that was another great wrinkle out of there, the wheel up the sideline by the running back. And again, that's the linebackers losing their eyes. Fortunately, they didn't complete the pass, but they'll go over on the sideline, coach them up, and next time they'll be ready for the running backs releasing out of the backfield. They did not show that last week, by the way.
No, I didn't see that play. That was a nice, well-run play. Dixon back standing on his own 32, but we're going to have a timeout. So a timeout taken by New Albany, and so that will give us the opportunity to also go ahead and catch a quick first quarter break. So we'll do that. Be back with more here on Glycott.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we return here to live action, Ron Wiglub Stadium. And punt away, Dixon. Punted well last week. Kaiser fields at about the 20-yard line.
Uh-oh.
And he's got a good 24-yard return there on that punt. It was a good punt, but
coverage left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that was a nice run back by Kaiser. Like I said, about 24 yards there on that return.
Turns out to only be about an 8-yard change in possession. 8 yards change in possession there. Now look for Floyd Central to come out and really just establish a run. This is actually a good spot to take a shot, but I really look for them to establish a run like they do in every other game that they've played.
Well, and you mentioned that in the pregame that they really want to do that. And there's handoff. Sebastian Robertson And he goes for a couple on that right side. Looks like almost 3.
And that was Brian Johnson there, the linebacker for New Albany with the tackle. And again, they're just going to have to run. They're going to have to run. They're just going to run to out hustle with Floyd to keep them off the field and get them off the field here.
Well, and starting lineup's making a liar out of me because I see no Kenneth Watson, and he was a starting safety last week. So we'll have to start scanning the sideline to see if we can find him and throw. Nearly
wow.
Picked off there by Chandre Oliver.
Now, New Albany did a great job there. They brought their safety over, and they showed man-to-man coverage, and they dropped back into a nice soft zone, and that confused Mr. Mull there. He's going to get he'll take that into his repertoire, and he'll make adjustments for next time.
So Chandre Oliver, the junior,
that was a nice play.
Made a nice play, just couldn't come up with the pick. So 3rd down here for the Highlanders.
As you can notice, they're bringing all their coverage over the trips, and they're going one-on-one up top.
And thrown short, and it's going to be for a very short gain. See if I can see you pick that up. That was David Pennington.
And that was Brian Johnson again at linebacker. 2 of the 3 tackles on defense to start the night for the Bulldogs. And it looks as though Floyd Central is going to go for it.
No, let's see. That is Camden Harrett coming in now at the tail end, so we'll see. He is the punter, but he is also one of the wideouts. And he's going to the wideout. You are absolutely right, Kellen Barnes. They're going to go for it here.
You got to put pressure on New Albany to keep up with you score-wise.
Mole looks to throw, has a man, caught for the first down.
Yeah, it was a nice play. New Albany brought the house, and they were able to block up the pressure up there up front. They did a great job picking up that unique pressure by New Albany in that 3-3 stack look, and then they just completed it right before he got hit by the safety there, who was 28.
Matthew Polk was the receiver out of the tight end position.
And Crowdus is the safety, number 28. I believe it. Oh, it's 8. I apologize. It's Deshaun Cunningham. They moved a bunch of people around on us.
They did. Sure did. Robertson, again on that first down, trying to establish that run, are the Highlanders.
That's correct. And if you'll notice, as the game goes along here, New Albany will stop them, but then as we get into the second set of downs and the third set of downs, that fatigue starts to set in, and they gave up 4.5, 5 yards there on the first down.
So thus far,
a lot of tight formations by Floyd Central.
Yeah, they had that one trips to the near side and then through to the backside. Robertson again, and this time falls forward. It looks like it's going to be close to the first down.
Yeah, Clay Kaiser came flying through there, but he just didn't quite have his legs underneath him, his feet underneath him enough to make the tackle. And Robertson, strong running back, got it real close to the first down. Nice run there.
Going to call that 3rd and 1. I know I saw Farley in on that tackle and looked like a couple of more Bulldogs in the pound there.
This is definitely a run. There's a light box in here. You got 5 in the box.
Sebastian Robertson with it has the first down and more. Nicely done there.
Yeah, if you look back, the New Albany had 6 guys guarding 4. They had 3 on 3, 3 defenders on 2 defenders on each side, and there's only 5 men left in the box. So great call by the Highlanders to run there.
So 3 first downs on this drive so far for the Highlanders. Robertson again. This one only going to go for about 2.
Yeah, New Albany changed the look up there. Gave him a little fuller box. They had 7 in the box that time. So, again, New Albany with this unique style of defense, it's a 3 stack. It's a 3-3 stack. They're going to keep moving around the bodies. They're going to keep changing the front. It's 11.
And that one's going for another first down. And
that was a nice throw.
Sure was. Out to Camden Harris.
Yeah, but last time, the linebacker there, number 59, for
Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver dropped back. This time he chased the bubble. For New Albany, and he left the slant open behind him. And they're playing kind of soft behind him, so it was an easy throw for Mull, but he completed it, and Harrod made a good catch. As you can see, they're loading the line of scrimmage. It looks like a lot of pressure's coming.
Yep. There's Robertson, and he's chased down from the front and back.
By Brian Johnson again. It's number 7.
Yep.
He's all over the place. He's playing with his hair on fire tonight.
Yep. They're going to say that is a loss of 1.
Yeah, if New Albany's kind of predictable right now, first down's been a run every time, so they're going to have to change it up, and Coach knows that. So he'll get some play action going later on.
So down now in the red zone, and let's see what Coach Bragg in the offense dials up, but a flag comes in.
Somebody's getting a little antsy up there.
Yep, it's going to be against the Highlanders, their first penalty.
Get close to the end zone. Everybody gets a little antsy. But you'll notice New Albany's got 4 guys on defense, 4 defensive backs guarding the 3-man trips. Now, they can do a lot with that. They can play man underneath that. They can play a zone. And so that's what Jack Mull is going to have to really keep his eyes on his target and on the routes.
So it makes it 2nd and 16, the line to gain about the 4-yard line for the Highlanders. Now, man in motion. That's Pennington. Sets up in the slot.
The screen. Oh, what a play.
Nicely done. Kaiser pokes that away.
That was, Kaiser and our guy Brian Johnson.
Was in on it as well, wasn't
7. He's all over the place. Talk about a guy who's playing with his hair on fire.
Yep.
He's in on every play.
So brings up 3rd and 16. Big third down play here.
Big stop here. Big play.
Big play. Mull back to throw. Had some time. Throws left side. Could not find Isaac Kaiser on that far boundary.
Yeah, with the lack of space down there to run real good routes and to really open up the underneath coverage, you just don't have a whole lot of places to go. New Albany was playing cover 4, which means 4 defensive backs over the top, and they had all the routes covered pretty well.
Oh, there was a penalty on the play.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't I see the?
It was underneath everybody's
I see the flag now. Yeah, it was behind. So holding against Floyd Central.
Yeah, New Albany's definitely going to take that to move him back 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Let's see where the spot was, how far back they go here.
Oh, they declined it. Wow.
They declined it. Okay, they're going to leave them, going to make it 4th and 16. They don't want to give them another down. So still just 1 penalty on the night for Floyd Central. And they're going to go for it here on this big 4th down play. So Robertson's in the backfield with Mull.
Here comes the pressure.
And you're right. Here comes the pressure. Mull gets it away. Could not connect.
Wow.
And
what a stop.
Great stop there.
The pressure was by number 63, Blake Harmon. Blake Harmon on the pressure off the edge.
The intended receiver there, Wade Jacoby.
Now that we had two possessions, 1 possession by each team, we kind of get an idea how this game's going to go, don't we, Todd?
Yep.
It's going to be Floyd Central trying to break through the defense of New Albany, and New Albany trying to hold on to the ball and just scrape it across the goal line against Floyd Central's defense.
So big stop there by New Albany. You saw the celebrations on the New Albany sideline over there. Run right side. And
it's going to be a lot of Goodman.
Yeah, Goodman couldn't get much going there. It's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, anytime you're running wide, it's going to be really hard to run wide unless you just got outstanding speed. We're going to have to really scan the sideline for Mr. Watson because he was at the center of my game plan from last week.
Right. So they're going to say fell forward for a yard's gain there for a little bit. I thought maybe that was going to be a loss, but short gainer there.
Goodman goes 6'2", 185, so he's a big kid.
Looks to throw left side. Oh, ends up into the turf. I wasn't sure if that was going to be just snatched at the last second.
It looked close, and then Ethan Pinkston there, he made a tackle on the other side earlier in the game, and that's a great defensive coverage out of zone right there, Todd. I mean, he just pedaled back, saw the slant, broke on it, made a good play on it.
So 3rd down and a 3rd and 9. The Highlander defense, of course, hoping that
well, Coach Bragg said they brought in their pass rushing specialists.
Yeah.
All the big guys came off, and all the little guys went on.
Oh, and then we've got a whistle.
Looks like a timeout again.
Another timeout for New Albany. So we again will step aside, take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have more first quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
Is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
We come back to live action just in time for Christian to get that 3rd down heave. Ends up going out of bounds.
Pressure there by number 9 for Floyd Central. That was Matt Polk. Great job getting the pressure up the field. I apologize. It's 4. That was Wade Jacoby. Wade Jacoby. Apologize about that. But New Albany showed another new formation, unbalanced trips, and they rolled to it, which is always awkward rolling to your left hand when you're right-handed. And fortunately, he threw it away.
Oh, I did not see there's the flag. Okay. Well, I'm not catching the laundry at this point. Thank you, Christian. Christian got it, but we did not see that. So
it didn't feel like intentional grounding. He threw it over the head of his receiver.
That's what I felt like as well. It was across the line of scrimmage too. Thought he would scrambled out of the tackle box, but maybe not. So
it's a spot foul, and you lose it down. Which is, I would have been looking for that flag. It looked less. It didn't look like an intentional grounding. But high school rules, you can't throw the ball out of bounds on purpose. You have to be throwing it toward a receiver.
Well, I thought there was a guy out there, but anyway.
Me too.
So intentional grounding against New Albany. Back him up. That's the first penalty against the Bulldogs, and that's 10 yards and going to take them back inside the yard line.
Look for them to come after this. Floyd really wants to break open the scoring quickly here.
So Kaiser standing on the Highlander side of the field. Dixon gets it away. Nice kick. And Kaiser spins away from the first man, but then wrapped up. Nicely done there by New Albany. Try to minimize the damage after that Dixon punt.
Yeah, Rayvon Farley went for the strip as he went by, and then he hustled back and got in on the tackle, cleaned it up nicely.
So again, good coverage there by New Albany.
Also, last week, number 87, Mr. Harvey, there in the middle, he is a big guy.
He's a dude, yeah,
he's
sure
one of those
is.
dudes that you don't see too often walking through the hallways of a high school around here. But he's going to be hard to move out of the middle. Floyd has spread it out again here.
That's Robertson, forward for a couple.
And that was Kaiser on the tackle there for New Albany. It's going to be that constant battle of can they get New Albany spread out enough to run the ball, and can they read it well enough to when they're not spread out to throw the ball outside. Just the games that they're going to be playing between offense and defense all night long.
So it brings up 2nd and 9, and the Highlanders, of course, getting a bit of a short field there. That penalty really hurting New Albany, coming in their first penalty, but coming in a bad time, and then another one there. False start, although I believe you're right. Nope, they're going to say offsides. I saw a player from New Albany across the line, so I thought maybe you saw somebody move first, but that one's going to be against New Albany.
But again, they're showing a spread out look on defense, but then they were going to bring the blitz off the edge. So Floyd really has to be able to hit him with the play action pass and get over the top when they know that they're going to bring pressure.
So that's going to make it 2nd and 4. Mole looking. Oh, had a man, could not capitalize.
Yeah, just a little bit high.
Pennington out there.
Yeah, it was Pennington. It was a really nice throw, just a little bit high. Again, Albany's bringing a lot of pressure. They're playing some tight coverage, a lot of man-to-man out there. They're forcing Jack Mole to get it into some tight windows.
And Floyd Central has already shown just a little bit ago that this is certainly 4-down territory.
Yeah,
so they've got 2 downs to go 4 yards here.
Yeah, and again, notice the different formations that we're getting into for Floyd here.
Hand off inside. Robertson's got the first down and more. Still going. Finally drug down inside the 15-yard line. Well done by Sebastian Robertson. First down and more.
Yeah, Jaden Farley was he held on for dear life there. But that was a great run. And what I was talking about was the size, the big formations and the versus the skinny spread formation. So when they bring in all those tight ends, it's time to run the ball. But then they're trying to spread them out. They're trying to spread New Albany out and run the ball as well. Also, Todd, notice how fast the first quarter's gone by.
It's gone by very quickly. It sure has.
Now the motion, they're using the motion to find out what coverage they're in.
Unless I'm mistaken, that was Kaiser, who is one of the big targets out there on the outside. Mole calls for it, ends up handing it off. A little delay on the handoff, and Robertson drives it down in deep, but it looks like we may switch ends before the Highlanders get another chance to run a play.
And that'll kind of help in New Albany. Their big fella, Mr. Harvey, had to go out there and get a drink of water. 9 straight plays on defense is a lot for a big fella.
Well, so with that 6th first down of the quarter, that brings it to an end. So we will step aside. When we return, the Highlanders will have 1st and goal inside the 5 here on Glycod.
Don't think vaping is addictive. It may have already altered your brain. The nicotine from vaping reaches a developing teen's brain within 10 seconds. This can lead to long-lasting effects like mood disorders. Plus, it can alter the memory and ability to focus and learn. Vaping can stress you out more than before you started. Get help with quitting at in.gov/vapefreeindiana or text Indiana to 873-373 to get the professional support from your own quit coach.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we return and get ready for some second quarter action here, the Highlanders
back to the big
first
formation.
and goal here.
Back for some play action. Nope.
Nope. Robertson, and touchdown, Robertson.
It was a nice job getting on the edge there of the New Albany defense. They kind of condensed them all in and then got on the edge and got in the end zone real quick. Really nice job on the edge there by the tight ends and the offensive lineman, the tackle. That was Braden Noble.
So a 6-yard rushing touchdown from Sebastian Robertson. And Nolan Kennedy, who has, after the beginning of the season, has taken over the kicking duties for the Highlanders, knocks through the extra points, and that makes it Floyd Central 7, New Albany 0. And we'll keep it here since we're just coming back from a break. Kellen, just your thoughts on that scoring drive from the Highlanders.
Well, it was a really nice drive. It established what they want to do, which is run the ball. So the next time out, look for some play action out of those same big formations. But also, I think Floyd did a great job of experimenting with what formations are going to work. We saw 4 or 5 different formations. So look at them to really zero in on 2 or 3 that they like and continue to pound the ball right at New Albany.
So Coach Cooley and the Bulldogs going to get the ball back here, and they had a first down early and then stalled out.
Yeah, again, it looks like a lot of different people are playing a lot of different positions this week for New Albany, and you're just trying to find some cohesion, a few 3 or 4 plays, 3 or 4 sets that work and that everybody feels comfortable with, and so we can all have some functionality on offense.
Senior Rayvon Farley, and then an onside kick coming. Coverage coming. Ball gets away, and the Highlanders think they got it. And the Highlanders, do they? Do they? We've got a replay going, but let's see.
No, he's pointing toward New Albany.
Pointing towards New Albany.
That one lone Bulldog.
No.
The referee down here was...
Referee, yep. Nolan Kennedy's kick recovered by the Highlanders.
It was. Well, you saw the black hat down here pointing toward New Albany, but then he changed his mind.
That ball.
It does funny things on the ground.
Yep. Christian Sanchez doing a good job to pick that ball back up because it did take a wicked funny hop there. So Floyd Central then on that onside kick, steal the possession.
Well, I think Coach Bragg thought that he wanted to snap his team back into a little bit of focus. There's a lot of stuff going on before the game, and rightly so, but I think they just wanted to snap him back. Oh, my goodness.
Big hole right side for Robertson. Still going. Touchdown, Sebastian Robertson. And first play, although we do have a penalty flag down. So there's a penalty flag down. Let's see what that's going to be about.
They're waving it off.
Nope, they are waving it off. So no flag, and now I'll show you the replay.
Yeah, New Albany got caught in a blitz there, and they creased the blitz. They just Floyd did a nice job of creasing the blitz and left a big hole. And Robertson running downhill against the defensive back is not healthy for that defensive back.
So FC scores twice in 9 seconds, folks. Twice in 9 seconds as Kennedy sets to boot the ball through. Kick is up, and kick is good. So the Highlanders take a 14-0 lead, and we will take this opportunity to take a brief break. We'll be back with more here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Want to miss another possible onside kick or anything else, but we're going to show you that 28-yard touchdown scamper again by Robertson.
That was an awesome job blocking up front. Awesome job of picking up the blitz and moving him out of the way and creating a giant hole for Robertson to run through. And Todd, it's not like New Albany wasn't ready for that. It's just the ball, how the ball bounces.
Right.
It's funny, crazy bounces, and you can be as ready as you think you are, and it's just going to hop the wrong way.
Well, and the Highlanders are becoming a bit known for that, wanting to steal a possession that way. Received by the
his knee.
back. Yep, that was Farley, Jaden Farley, the sophomore. And we do have a flag down. You are correct.
I believe it's going to be a sideline warning because the players started coming out too quickly.
Nope, it's a hold.
It was a hold.
Hold against Floyd Central. So that's their second penalty of the night. Going to back the Highlanders up a bit.
Well, I didn't see the hole, but I did see some of the Highlanders they're getting really excited to get on the field.
Yeah.
So I saw him run out early. I thought, and he threw it right as they were running out.
So back 10 yards. So it will be 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line.
And as you can see, New Albany has gone to a different formation here.
Ooh. Running play there, right side.
That was number 18, Mr. Baird. Great fill by the safety. Maddox Baird with a good fill down in the alley there. He ran in there, really brought his hips and his shoulders and cleaned up the tackle there. But again, nobody has to spread it out, Todd. They can't keep the full house backfield in there because you just don't have that many plays. You don't have that much repertoire. You don't have that many new plays to run. So Coach Cooley's trying a few different things to see what works and what he can get some yards and keep the ball away from Floyd's powerful offense.
So second down play upcoming. And going to be a short gainer, about a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and 7 or so.
Yeah, you saw him practicing that in warm-ups, the little quick hitch because Floyd is playing so far off. But a great job rallying there by the Floyd defense. Again, New Albany's got to try to do something to get out from the shadow of their own goalposts and keep the ball away from Floyd's offense for as long as they can.
And again, something to note there, folks, the Highlander defense, they do kind of roll out their big people on 3rd down and bring in a little more, you would assume, fleet of foot front line.
It's a whole new 4 people.
Calling for it and falls forward and nothing doing there.
Yeah, that's an inexperienced piece there for Goodson. He'll get better as he gets more experience in the offense, but he's got to keep his eyes up. He had to have running back in the flat, wide open, with a lot of room to run there, but he's just got to complete the pass and not try to look at the rush.
So it's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 7 here.
At this point in the game, Todd, look for Floyd to really put the pedal down to the metal, really try to make a statement here and put their name on this game, take control of it.
So Dixon standing at his own end zone and pushes that one off the right side of the foot and going to end up giving Floyd Central a very short field.
Well,
that's show you that again.
That's the result of those other pretty good returns that Floyd had. They're trying to kick it away from the returner there, and he just barely missed it.
Good camera work again by Christian Sanchez.
He's doing a great job up there, Todd.
So,
but again, you see we're into a spread formation. So again, they're spreading, they're spreading out and contracting the New Albany defense and making it line up to a bunch of different things.
Mole, play action, hits Kaiser, about 10 yards through the air, going, Kaiser with the touchdown.
That's one of their favorite plays. They've been running that one since I was over at Jeffersonville High School, Coach Todd. They clear out with receivers, and Kaiser comes underneath. We call that it's a clear out. It's a great play. Our little RPO action there to Robertson. All the linebackers bid up because Robertson's been running the ball really well. Again, it's a result of being well-rounded, as Coach Brad said in the pregame, very balanced on offense, so you can do just about anything you want.
So with Mac McFarland to hold, the kick is up by Kennedy. Kick is good, and that makes it 21-0 very quickly by the Highlanders. Show you that play again. It's going to be a 28-yard passing touchdown.
As you can see, you had a wheel there by the inside man, but it's all designed to clear out for Kaiser, their number one receiver. He did a great job with the stiff arm there, running down the sideline, but he's a classy athlete, good receiver. I'm sure there's some small colleges in this very area that are looking for him to play for them next year. He's a very, very good player, very disciplined player, and he did a nice job finishing off that run.
Well, and Kaiser, that's his 9th TD on the season.
Yeah,
he had 2 last week.
6'4". He looks it.
Well, and he played all last year with a separated shoulder and had surgery to repair that in the offseason. I hope I've got that right on that injury. Spoke with him before the season, shoulder injury, let's just put it like that. And he was very – I'm always iffy about talking about that kind of stuff unless the kiddo themselves gives me the okay. And he was very open about it. Had surgery, missed all of last basketball season. Kennedy's kick, going to bounce, come to the up back at about the 24-yard line, and then ridden down.
Going to be number 10 there, Landon Horvath with the tackle.
And that was Farley again.
Yeah.
On the Jaden Farley, the up back.
They're kicking it short because they don't want to go to the deep man, but they also don't want to let New Albany get their return set up. Just not giving them any opportunity to make a big play against their kicking in the special teams and kicking game. Todd, New Albany really wants to come out here 21-0. It's been really quick. 3 touchdowns really, really quickly. You want to establish something, get 1, maybe 2 first downs, settle yourself back down, give your defensive players a chance to breathe over there before they have to come back out again. We have a new quarterback. It looks like it's going to be number 10. That's going to be Keandre Green.
So Green looking to run, spins forward. No real gain, though.
No, and again, going back to that full house backfield, that's where they had their most success. So Coach Cooley's going back to the things that he's had success with. They've got to be really careful about how they hold onto the ball here because they're in danger zone here of this thing getting a little bit out of hand.
Well, and I'll be honest, I was trying to scan the sideline using our extra camera there. Just a nice run here. Going to be good for, I believe, a first down.
That's Jamal Chambers. He was running hard the first time he got the ball. This time he got his shoulder squared, and he broke a couple of tackles.
So Chambers with a great carry there.
Probably the best offensive snap they've had so far today. And that should build confidence with New Albany. They should have confidence of that. And not just running that play again, but all the other plays that they can have success against this Highlander defense.
So again, Green. Handoff, that's Chambers again. He falls forward, going to be good for a good 4-yard gain.
That's going to be Horvath and Matt Polk on the 2 middle linebackers, the 2 inside linebackers. Let's not call them middle linebackers or inside linebackers. in the kind of the nickel look that Floyd runs here. But those two inside linebackers very active, very good at running the ball, good hard hitters, nice tacklers. They do a good job in there.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6. Green, hand off again. Chambers cuts back. Nicely done. First down again. Still going. Carries along a clan of Highlanders on that the last 3 or 4 yards there for the first down.
Jamal Chambers ate his Wheaties this morning.
Sure did.
What, he was itching for the ball.
That's a find, and nicely done by the Bulldogs.
For sure. A few more of those, and you might break through and get all the way to the end zone. But what you're looking for New Albany is to chase that down. You want the lineman to chase it down and be helping him block all the way down the field. That's when you're getting in that team mode.
Hand off again. Chambers, hit this time just past the line of scrimmage.
Well, Matt Polk learned his lesson last time. Don't grab that guy up high. Hit him right there in the side of the thigh, down by the knee. Don't take him on up top because he's a big, strong kid.
So Braid and Polk combine on that tackle.
But, you can only do that so many times before Chambers is going to have to go over and get the oxygen mask on. So what's going to come off that? They're going to have the quarterback pull it out and run the other way. So you just got to be disciplined on the backside here, away from that, to make sure that no silly we miss any silly plays.
So 2nd down here, 2nd and 9.
Another new formation for New Albany.
Green checks the sideline, the sophomore, and we've got a flag in the backfield.
Delay game. So it's going to be a delay game.
Delay of game on the Bulldogs. It'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
So the Bulldogs are backing up there. Going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, you got to get somebody off. There you go. Good hustle. Uh-oh.
Chambers again. Flag comes in again. This one into the backfield.
It's going to be a hold. That's a good formation, though. It's a really unbalanced formation. It forces them to line up right. But, again, the inexperience and the youth that's on the New Albany side, they're not quite clean on their blocking. They got a holding call there.
Penalty declined there.
It's hard, isn't it, Todd? When the guy runs inside you, you just want to reach out and grab him.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened to the Floyd Central. I believe it was number 60 there. It was Mr. Alarcon. He did a good job slanting back into the play, and the right tackle just reached out and grabbed him. Trying to hide this tight end down here.
Yep. And in motion, coming to the near side. Green, tries to just give a little jump pass, and he was hit hard there at the end of the play.
Yeah, that was going to be a throwback screen for Jamal Chambers, and they almost had it. If he could have just had two more, like another half a second, half a count there, half a beat there, he might have gotten it completed. And it might have been a big play. There weren't a whole lot of Floyd Highlanders. There weren't very many Floyd Highlanders over there.
So going to bring up 4th down. Dixon set to punt it away again. And Highlanders coming in. This one's going to go out of bounds.
I believe we're going to have a running
We are going to have a running into the kicker, I believe.
Now, if the referee determines that his foot, he's pointing, he's holding up 5 fingers to Coach Cooley.
So Nolan Lippert got in the backfield.
And the reason that was running into is because the kicker's foot came back down on the ground, and he was still kind of in his kicking motion, but if the foot is off the ground, if he's in his kicking motion, it's going to be a roughing.
As Coach Cooley over there really wanted a
roughing
instead of running into.
don't think you're going to get that one.
So Floyd Central takes over 1st and 10 here.
New Albany needs a big stop, because this is, like I said before, this is danger time for this game getting a little bit out of hand and some players losing a little bit of focus. Big time stop here. Need a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of enthusiasm to get your offense back on the field.
As trying to get the ball figured out here.
Well, I hope Camden Harrop plays baseball as the backup quarterback. He just launched that thing from the numbers across the field.
He sure did. That's what I was a little speechless, folks. I'll be real honest with you. It was a great throw.
50-yard throw across the field. At least you know you got that in your back pocket.
It had a nice spiral to it. So Mull in the shotgun. Looks to throw. Has a man down the sideline. And going is Zeno Lawless. Touchdown, Highlanders.
Yeah, New Albany sold out on that blitz there, and they got caught with a little quick RPO action. They just popped it out there. Great job. Oh, we got a flag. We're going to have holding. It's coming back.
Oh, it sure is.
I didn't see the flag because it's so close to the sideline.
Well, let's show you the play again, even though looks like we're going to wipe that touchdown off the board.
Right. Yep, it's on the receiver. Yeah, he just reached out. You can't. It's just hard to let go. Hard to let go. He's got to let go immediately when the defender pulls away.
So we're wiping that score off the scoreboard.
It was a great run by Zenell. But again, it's just so hard for those kids when they're engaged blocking and the defender goes to pull away. You can't go with him, and you can't let your arms and your body turn with him. You got to let go immediately.
So penalty on the play, holding against the Highlanders. Going to back them up. An extra 10 yards. Well, not an extra 10 yards because it was from the spot of the foul, but to the 24-yard line.
So it's a total. So 7-yard loss from the starting point.
And snatched there by Kaiser and tripped up, but still going, and then finally taken down. Nicely done there, Isaac Kaiser, for the first down.
So what we talked about earlier, right, Todd? They ran the ball to set up throwing the pass. So New Albany's having to sell out to stop the run on first down. Now they're hitting them with the play action game, which is great. Great coaching, great setup. They were patient early, and now the whole back end of New Albany's defense is completely wide open, and they're having trouble covering the passing game. And again, that's their favorite play. That's the number one passing play.
Paired out wide to the far side. Kaiser's here on the near. Sebastian Robertson gets the carry right up the middle. He'll go for about 7 or maybe even 8.
Yeah, and that's inevitable now because now New Albany's having to stop the run and the pass, and now they had to play kind of a base defense instead of loading up the box to stop the run. And so there's going to be some bigger holes to run through for Robertson and Jones whenever he gets his opportunities.
Just about 4 minutes left here in this first half. We'll get you scores of local interest, carry you through the scoring in this one. Mull rolling, carrying, has the first down. Finally brought down, but really staggers forward, but ends up with first down run.
Yeah, New Albany again, they have a few tricks in their bag too. They showed blitz and they dropped out of it, and that kind of fooled Mr. Mull. He thought he had the RPO and he just took off run. Did a nice job of not making a mistake and throwing it into coverage.
Anyway, I was saying we will have scores of local interest and certainly discuss scoring and plays from the first half. Also had a chance to talk to the new girls basketball coach here at Floyd Central. Run left side. That's Jacoby Jones still going. Finally brought down inside the 20-yard line. Nicely done, Jacoby Jones. First time we've called his number.
Told you he'd be excited when he got in there. Some big holes to run through, Todd. That was an explosive run there by Jacoby Jones. Great job. Nice spin move in the middle of the run to keep himself up and finish the run with his shoulders low, running through tacklers.
So Jones still in there. Oh, and then a broken play. Mole tucks it back down in and wrestled down. Wow, that
did not look good.
That didn't look comfortable, no. And lost his helmet in the process. See if we can show that to you again. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it's never good when you have a broken play. Somebody went the wrong way. Somebody forgot the play that was called from the sideline. Hopefully he's okay.
Had to come to the sideline due to the helmet coming off.
I imagine they'll turn around and hand this one to Mr. Robertson.
You would think so. That's Jackson Stone at quarterback with Robertson behind him.
That's a big hole.
Hand off Robertson, right side going, has the first down, still going, drug down inside the 5-yard line. Another first down. It's going to be 1st and goal again for the Highlanders.
New Albany dropped out just a little too early on their fake blitz there, and they kind of left a big gap in their defense. And again, the Highlanders are doing a great job of keeping their shoulders square while they're blocking, maintaining their leverage on the blocks, and then getting up to the second level to get the linebackers to get big holes for Robertson and Jones to run through.
So we had a whistle and a brief timeout from the referee.
Looks like there's an equipment issue with that young man jogging off the field.
Yeah, I think so. But 1st and goal for the Highlanders.
Again, don't be surprised to see a play action out of this. This is a big formation, but they often do play action.
Jones in the backfield, running for the pylon. A touchdown.
Yeah. Again, great hustle by the New Albany defense. Great scheme there and a great run by Jacoby Jones. But great hustle by New Albany, but you can't tackle low on the goal line. You have to hit them high. That's the only place where you can't hit them low is on the goal line because they're always going to fall forward in the end zone. So you got to tackle high. Coach Cooley will have them coached up. You got a lot of young guys out there, don't have a lot of experience at the varsity level, but you can't tackle low on the goal line.
So all the scoring coming in this second quarter.
Yeah, they were really patient setting up all of these pass plays. You know that, Todd? They did a great job.
Sure have been. So with that made field goal by Kennedy, we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a brief timeout as well. Be back with the kickoff from the Highlanders in a moment on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we return, 2:12 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, it's really danger time here. Really, really big danger time for New Albany. You're getting really close to that to that halftime, but also to the running clock, and that's never what you want in a game like this. A rivalry game, you want in injuries aside, you want your kids to play hard and compete, and they are, but they're just a little bit outclassed and out experienced here.
So Kennedy boots it, picked up again by an upback. That's Farley. Rayvon Farley, actually, he was playing more in that back position there, and a good bit of a run back. So.
Yeah, the goal here, if you're New Albany on offense, hopefully you can break one and score, but, you really just don't want to give Floyd the ball back until halftime, until the second half, because, Floyd's going to get the ball to start the second half. But you just don't want to give him the ball back. Don't give him a chance to get, another score on the board before halftime. You just want to hold the ball, go into halftime, make a few adjustments, and see if you can come out in the second half with a lot of effort and a lot of concentration and focus on those fundamentals and techniques that you've been taught in practice.
I hadn't shown you that touchdown run again there, so I wanted to go ahead and do that by Jacoby Jones.
There's Chambers.
Chambers again.
I think he's earned the number 1 running back spot tonight.
Well, he has certainly done well here in this second quarter.
He's been their best. He's been their best offensive weapon so far, and we have Jacobson back too. Or excuse me, Seth Goodman. Seth Goodman's back at quarterback. So the experiment with Keandre Green might be over. But Goodson's looked as good as he can look as a quarterback with some injuries up front.
Goodman, handoff, Chambers again, and again, first down run. Nicely done.
And that looks really good. But what's going to come off that, right? Because, Floyd made the adjustment in the last drive just to keep blitzing and pack the box. So when are they going to be able to complete that play-action pass to really back those Floyd Central Highlanders up enough to really get the running seams that you need?
New Albany, handoff again. Chambers breaks a tackle in the backfield, but then ridden down. It's going to be a short gain, maybe a couple there.
Yeah, it was a nice little power wrap action there, but just not enough push up front. Not enough. Floyd has a lot of depth issues that they're taking advantage of over New Albany. And New Albany looks to be getting a little bit fatigued up front, and they're not quite, again, they're not experienced enough to have the hold on to their blocks as long as the Floyd Highlanders.
I believe I finally found number 0, who would be Kenneth Watson, on the sidelines in street clothes.
Oh, wow. Something happened.
Yep. Must have been late in the week.
Oh.
Goodman. Wow. Put a lick on the Highlander and went for another 2 yards there. Nice run. Going to end up being about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, you're letting some frustration from this first half out there a little bit. He's a big kid. He's, like we said, he's 6'2", almost 200 pounds. Good-looking athlete. You hope that he stays with it and keeps getting better. He is only a junior, so he's got a whole another year in front of him.
Chambers has a first-down run and more. 40, 30, down to inside the 20-yard line. Nicely done. And we expect a timeout by New Albany.
That was a little that old-school counter tray, but with a new school look.
We're going to show you that again here, folks.
You'll see the 2 wingbacks pull and the guard pull. So you had 3 pulling linemen in front, and they all got out and got their blocks. And that gets Mr. Chambers on the edge, and he's been a power running back today. And he ran over 2 defensive backs, and it took all 3 of them, the third one, to get him down.
Down to the 19-yard line.
The best drive of the day so far for the New Albany Bulldogs. Found a little something here with Mr. Chambers.
Well, again, we will have the ticker upcoming for you at halftime. I also had the chance to talk to new head coach Jerry Hickey, the Highlanders girls basketball coach, coming over from Salem, and we had a conversation earlier in the day today, so we'll air that at halftime as well.
Well, Todd, they're out of time. New Albany's out of timeout, so you're going to have to look for, if it is going to be a run, it's got to be one that's going to score. We're going to halftime, right? Or you're probably going to have to throw the ball. So can Goodman, can he stand in the pocket and make a throw, or are you going to sprint him out? I like sprinting him out, but at the same time, that again leaves the sack option. So you're basically down to one play or an incomplete pass.
Goodman, handoff, Chambers, and doesn't go for much there.
Going to have to hurry.
Going to have to hurry is right. I was going to show you that, but I'm afraid if I do,
they're going to get it off.
Looks like they'll get a play off. They're going to have to go. Goodman looks to throw, has a man, caught, but then tackled, and that will be the end of the half. Let's show you that replay before we go to our halftime break, though. As
that was Robertson. Of course he made the play. He's hustling all over the field.
Yep, hustling all over. And I was going to also try to see who received that. I think it was Farley out there.
It is Farley. He's 8 in our scorebook, on the roster, but he's 88. He has the 88 jersey on.
So with that, we are at halftime where the Highlanders lead the Bulldogs 28-0. Let's step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the ticker. We'll talk about scoring in the first half. Stay tuned for that here on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something at school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Okay, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
As we return to halftime here on Glycod, at Ron Wigleb Stadium, Scott Field here at Floyd Central High School, where the Highlanders lead the Bulldogs 28-0. The halftime show progressing here. Let's briefly walk you through some statistics. And the New Albany Bulldogs had 5 first downs, and they were penalized 4 times for a total of 30 yards. The Highlanders with 9 first downs, and they were penalized 3 times for 20 yards. The Highlanders did turn the ball over on downs once, and then stole the possession back by New Albany not being able to handle an onside kick. The Highlanders scoring 4 times in the second quarter, and I'll walk through and talk about these, but Coach Kellen Barnes, you can jump in anytime. First touchdown was with 11:53 in the second quarter, and Sebastian Robertson ran it in from 6 yards out on that rushing touchdown. Kennedy with the PAT.
Yeah, that was the first touchdowns were still a part of the game plan to kind of set up the passing game with the running game, and like I said earlier, Floyd Central did a great job, great game plan by Coach Bragg to come out and settle his team down. Again, understandably, a lot going on here in the crowd, a lot going on before the game. We have senior night, all kinds of stuff going on. So a great game plan to come out, get everybody under control. Let's just run the ball, set up all of our passing game. We don't want to come out and start throwing it around all over the place. And so now we got everything under control, and the second quarter is when everything started to work. Everybody got loosened up, nice good sweat going, and everything started to work.
Well, and one of the things that helped make it work was this onside kick recovered by the Highlanders. And
the crazy thing, Todd, is that New Albany was ready for it. They had scouted them out, and it's just the bounce of the ball at that crazy oblong football.
That's right. And then the next play with 11:44 left, Sebastian Robertson runs it in from 28 yards out, breaking some tackles on the way. Has a nose for the end zone.
That whole right side of the line did a great job of picking up the blitz and washing it. The term is washing it outside of the zone, and then Robertson did a good job of picking the hole and sprinting through it.
And then Mull to Kaiser with 9:06 left, 28-yard pass play makes it 21-0. And
that was after that real quick 3-and-out by New Albany offense, and then the shanked punt.
Right.
And then they ran their favorite play, the clear out for Mr. Kaiser. And I tell you what, when he gets the ball in the open field, he's explosive. He's a big kid, 6'4", 200 pounds. He runs well, and he had a nice stiff arm there. I believe it was right down here on the 15-yard line to finish the runoff into the end zone.
And then Jacoby Jones runs it in from 4 yards out.
He must have been itching like crazy to get on the field, seeing all Robertson run through all those big holes.
Yep.
Give me some carries, Coach. I want to run through some of those big holes.
I want to have a chance for that.
Yeah, give me a crumb or two, Coach. I've been playing defense all night.
Bring your attention to tonight's scoreboard. Tonight's scoreboard presented by Deering Floor Center. Looking for new floors in southern Indiana? Contact Deering Floor Center at 812-487-1446. It's 812-487-1446. Well, we're going to step aside here from some of our fantastic Glycod sponsors. When we come back, you'll have a chance to hear from girls basketball head coach new here at Floyd Central, Jerry Hickey. So stay tuned for that. You'll hear from him as we're rolling from fall, and basketball for the girls is right around the corner. Our basketball preview on Glycod will be on October 30th, coming up in just a couple weeks. So be looking for that. But let's step aside and hear from our great Glycod sponsors here.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today. Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And welcome back to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod, where tonight we have the battle for the Anchor Trophy between New Albany and Floyd Central. We are at halftime, and I have on the phone from earlier in the day, Jerry Hickey, the new head girls basketball coach at Floyd Central High School. But Coach Hickey is not new to the area or new to coaching basketball. Is coming off 12 years at Salem. And Coach, you had some really fantastic teams there at Salem, and including teams that made it deep into the state tournament, including a state game. And just what kind of experience are you bringing forward then to this new position at Floyd Central?
Really, I think just being able to take a program that maybe wasn't in the toughest position and building it into something that we could really be proud of. You know, when I started at Salem, we were a little thin, and then 6 years later, we're playing in a state championship game. So we just had a great 6-year run there at Salem, and last couple of years, it hasn't been as good, but there's a lot of great things going on up there, and tough decision to leave. We've got some great teams coming through, but the opportunity to come down and coach at Floyd Central was just something that I couldn't pass up. I knew this was always one of the schools that if there was ever an opening, I would have been very interested in coming down here.
Well, and it sounds like you will inherit here at Floyd Central, talking to you, really a real competitive group that includes basically all 5 starters from last year returning for either their junior or senior year. So that's certainly nice to have in your pocket with that kind of returning group.
Yeah, it's real nice. And at Salem, we've played Floyd Central for the last several years. And so I was familiar with the girls and the program and who was coming back. And there's a lot of talent here for sure. The cupboard wasn't bare. And it was obvious from day one that the girls have been well coached in the past. And the program was in a great situation. It wasn't a situation where you had to come in and think about rebuilding and starting from scratch. I mean, it's just been in a great situation, and it was a great fit at the right time.
Well, and when you talk about all the young ladies that you're going to have on your roster, you also have lots of these young ladies that play soccer or volleyball. So that may mean you may not get them as much for workouts. But just talk about your philosophy on having those kids participate in those other fall sports, getting ready for the winter.
Yeah, I just don't think that you can overestimate the value of competition. And you'd love to have your own kids and to be working on individual skill and all those things throughout the fall. But we just had 2 of our kids win a soccer sectional championship on Saturday. Volleyball is ranked in the top 5 of the state. They went a month and a half without losing, and so just breeding that culture of winning and being successful in such a competitive environment, I think outweighs what we can get done in the gym on a Tuesday afternoon. So I love having multiple sport athletes, and we are fortunate down here that the majority of the programs are successful, and so you just breed that culture of success.
Well, and as we were talking to your schedule for Floyd Central this year, you certainly have all the regular Hoosier Hills Conference teams and some others that you typically will play at Floyd Central. But you talked about beefing up the schedule and maybe going on some tournaments or doing some showcases where they really get to see some top-notch competitors. So maybe just talk about your theories on building a schedule and getting in that sort of space for your team.
That you always want the best competition you can get, and especially based on your expectations for the season. And we have high expectations this year, and think we have a chance to do some special things here at Floyd Central. And so we jumped in a body armor showcase on November 23rd, where we don't have an opponent yet, but we know it's going to be a team from Michigan, Ohio, and those are teams that every one of them has a Division I player on it. So we look forward to that. We're playing in the Christmas tournament all the way up by Michigan at Northridge High School, and we'll see some of the best 4A teams in the state in that. Some traditional powerhouses with Northridge and Penn, and so those are our big ones. We've got Fishers in a showcase, 1-day showcase at Evansville North. Fishers has just had a lot of success, big 4A school on the north side of Indy. So I think if you want to do special things, then you've got to put yourself in a position to do so. And I'm big on, I'd rather go 500 in the regular season and be ready to battle in the sectional than go 20-4 and beat a bunch of teams that maybe aren't as talented as what you're going to be seeing on down the road.
Well, all right. And thank you so much, Coach, for your time. And folks, get out and to see the Floyd Central Highlanders, Lady Highlanders, and as well as all of our local teams. And, of course, we'll have so many of the local games on Glycod. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
If you don't think vaping is addictive, it may have already altered your brain. The nicotine from vaping reaches a developing teen's brain within 10 seconds. This can lead to long-lasting effects like mood disorders. Plus, it can alter the memory and ability to focus and learn. Vaping can stress you out more than before you started. Get help with quitting at in.gov/vapefreeindiana or text Indiana to 873-373 to get the professional support from your own quit coach.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Great God.
As we return here to Floyd Central High School, as the half is rolling down, we have the teams just coming back out to begin their warm-ups. And
well, Todd, when you look at that first half, it was really it was a tale of two quarters, you know. It was kind of like Floyd was being really patient in establishing the running game, and New Albany was trying to find anything that could work. And at the end of the first half, you know, New Albany found a few little things that worked, but really that patience by Floyd is really is going to teach these kids a lot about football. If you're patient at the beginning and you set up the running game, then you can get the play-action game, and then everything gets easier when you have patience in football.
Well, we've got just a couple of minutes here, so I guess, Coach, this is where I ask you, put yourself in both locker rooms. What are you telling your kids, and on both sides?
Well, for Floyd, you know, they know both of these teams know where we are in this game. Floyd is on the tipping point of a running clock, and you got the playoffs coming up, and you want to make sure everybody's healthy for the playoffs because everybody's got the bye week next week. So, you know, what are we looking at? We want Floyd to come out. They're going to press really hard to get that running clock and then hopefully take some starters out to rest. New Albany wants to come out and say, hey, we found some things that work in the first half. Let's concentrate on those things. Let's get better. Let's be competitive in the second half. Let's make sure we can hold them out of the end zone and turn this into a football game. 28-7, 28-14. That's something to hang your hat on if you're New Albany, playing with a lot of new players, a lot of new guys and new positions and spots. So that would be a really big victory, moral victory for New Albany. And again, like I said, Floyd Central's going to come out and push really hard to get that running clock and get this game, stamp this game as a solid W.
All right. Well, again, bring your attention to the scoreboard at the bottom of the screen there. Tonight's scoreboard presented by Deering Floor Center. Looking for new floors in Southern Indiana, contact Deering Floor Center at 812-487-1446. That's 812-487-1446. And it's also, as we get ready to start the third quarter, it's probably a good time to remind you who we are. I'm Todd Carter, Dr. Todd Carter, and alongside me, Coach Kellen Barnes and Christian Sanchez up top. Getting cool out there for Christian, but running the camera for us here. Always does a fantastic job. And should also tell you that we will we are absolutely planning to cover next week at Springs Valley the IHSA sectional game between Providence at Springs Valley. That's 7 p.m. Next week from Springs Valley High School. Now, that will not be on our YouTube channel. That will just be on IHSA TV as mandated by IHSA for their playoff games. Those games will be available on IHSA only, but we will have that for you and be there for that. So happy to do that and cover the Providence Pioneers in that ball game.
Todd, we did that game last year at Providence.
At Providence, that game.
So that'll be a little bit of a Springs Valley will be happy to have them. If you haven't driven by Springs Valley High School, it's a pretty cool place. It's right tucked in there, right by French Lake Resort.
It is, and it's right kind of in the middle of town.
Right there. So it's a great place to go watch a ball game. But I tell you what, Springs Valley will be loaded up. Everybody in town will be there. The doors will be shut, and everybody will be there. The whole town will be there, yelling and screaming, getting a revenge for Providence knocking them out of the playoffs last year.
And I was neglectful when we were going through the first half scoring. Totally, I know better. Our first half scoring was brought to you by German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. German American Bank. And my apologies. There again, it's only we're only 8 games into the season. I know better.
Well, Todd, Floyd Central's Coach Bragg would have gone over with this return team. Hey, look, we had a surprise onside kick. Don't be surprised if they're talking about a surprise on kick here for New Albany to try and steal that possession that they lost in the first half back. Again, anything to gain momentum for New Albany is valuable to me. They're on the cusp here of a lopsided result. So anything to gain momentum to change the momentum in the game.
So as we are set now to begin the third quarter, Floyd Central with the opportunity. Yeah, they look like they're ready, aren't they?
I thought they would have gone over it 100 times. Yeah.
It's going to be a squib kick to the up back, picked up at the 30, and that's Lawless who ends up carrying the ball out of bounds. But good field position for the Highlanders.
Yeah, look for them to go back. The two biggest plays they had were the zone, the weak side zone to Robertson where he cut back and he almost made it in the end zone. And then that clear out for Kaiser. New Albany's having a hard time covering that clear out for Kaiser from the trip side off the play action. So look for those two plays to kind of get them going here.
So with the 28-0 lead, the Highlanders will take over on offense, or started out on offense, I should say. Mull trying to find Pennington down there. Could not make that one happen. We've got ball falling harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah, he's got to put a little bit more air on that. He tried to zip it in there, but, Brett Favre, that had been a tough throw for Brett Favre with that. How hard he wanted to throw that. Just lay it up there in the air, young man. Let him run underneath it. He was wide open. It was a great play call, pump and go. Coach Bragg's got a lot. They've got a lot more in their arsenal. They're just using their basic offense here, and they're really getting good at it. You can tell that the upper class and the experienced nature of Floyd Central has allowed them to do a lot more on offense. Oh, they got a sideline warning.
So it was a sideline warning there, and it was declined. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
And wow.
Sebastian Robertson, first down and more.
Again, with the wrap, the pull and guard and the wrap action, they're really washing down the inside defensive linemen of the New Albany defense, and they're kicking out on the edge. And Robertson did a great job of getting up in there. Now, somebody's going to have to, when he gets to the next level, they're going to teach him to run from the middle of the field to the hash to the numbers to the sideline, so you can avoid all those cutbacks in the middle of the field.
I'm sorry if I seem distracted there, folks, on that run. There was a spider decided to roll right down in front of, between me and my computer from the ceiling, and so I was, while I try to be hospitable, that was above and beyond. Pitch, catch to Kaiser for a first down. Yeah, and nicely done there.
Again, New Albany has to blitz to stop the run, and so they're getting caught in that blitz because they're not getting through with the play action. And the linebackers are filling in behind like they should on the run to stop Robertson, and Kaiser's wide open between the linebackers and the secondary. It's a great. That was a much better throw than his first one. But like I said in the pregame, as Mull goes, the Highlanders kind of go, because if he can throw and complete those passes, it opens up the running game for Jones and Roberts and so much more. And again, you see they're going from wide to tight with their formations. They're really forcing New Albany to do a lot of different things.
4 wideouts here. Mull pitching it up for Kaiser. Touchdown, Kaiser.
And that was great coverage there by number 5, Donovan Taylor. That was just great coverage there. But he's just not tall enough. Kaiser's 6'4", and he's about 5'8", 5'9", and it's just a tough place to be. It's just a really tough place to be.
So Isaac Kaiser with the receiving touchdown, his 10th on the season. And Mull, let's see, that would be his 17th TD.
And you can see why he's excited to throw to a guy like Kaiser. He's 6'4", he's 200 pounds, but he also put his body in the correct place to catch that ball. He threw it a little bit short, and he jumped up and made a great play on it.
And the kick is good. The hold by McFarland good for Kennedy, and that makes it Floyd Central 35 and New Albany nothing. We'll have a running clock now when we return. So let's take a break, come back, and we'll show you that play on the replay when we return here on Glycott.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As we return, I will wait to show that replay until after the kick here, as the Highlanders have on multiple occasions sort of shown a possible onside kick.
Yeah, and you'll notice that the clock is running in your corner, and that's because of the 5-score lead here. Floyd has done a nice job of using their experience and talent to push this out. Not to say that New Albany's not fighting hard, it's just a lack of experience, honestly.
And nice return there by Farley. Let's show you that replay now.
Again, that was good coverage. It was a post corner by Kaiser, and he ran a good route. Good route, nice throw, great coverage. He just jumped up and caught it. There's nothing wrong with either effort. Just a better play by offense. Sometimes the offense beats the defense.
And that was C.J. Ross back there on defense. He made a nice play back there, but Kaiser just a bit too tall, too lanky, went up after it.
Well, he's about 5'8", like I said, and Kaiser's 6'4". It's just hard. It's hard to play.
It's tough.
It's tough. He got posted up in the paint. And again, back to Chambers, who's been their best player on offense. Oh, he's still running.
Oh, Chambers still going. Battles forward. Good 8-yard run or so. Nicely done.
So now you have to reset, right? So now you have to reset your expectations with the clock running. So, if you're New Albany, you just want to get one on the board. You want to get one on the board just to say the effort was there. We accomplished what we came to here to accomplish, which was we were competitive. We fought hard. We got better because they have gotten better on offense each drive, and we have something to show for it. And on the other side for Floyd, the Floyd Central Highlanders, they don't want them to score. They want to keep that 0 up there.
Chambers being ridden hard. Klana Highlanders in there. It's going to be a short gainer, though. Looks like he gained 1 or so.
Yeah, you got 9 Floyd Central Highlanders within 4 yards of the ball. So, that's going to be tough to run the ball into that many bodies. It's just hard to move all those bodies out of the way.
But Chambers certainly has been the workhorse from the second and third quarter. Didn't see him. I don't remember seeing him much in the first, but boy.
Well, he was in the backfield. They just
didn't give him the ball, yeah.
But the Highlanders are learning to not tackle him around his shoulders. That is a strong young man.
And flag comes in.
It's in illegal motion. Yeah, the running back on the left side took off a little bit too early. Just excited to get to his block, I think.
So it's going to back the Bulldogs up 5 yards.
And Todd, you were right. The starters are staying in. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I would have thought some of the second stringers would have gotten a few more reps.
And they might come fourth quarter.
There's Chambers again.
But this one didn't go anywhere. We've got a couple players, dinged up there.
Well, when you got guys playing both ways, you're getting double the hits on them, especially those linemen. And those linemen are few and far between that can play both ways effectively. And it's fourth down. Now, don't be surprised for Coach Cooley to go for the rest of the game. He really has nothing to lose at this point.
So false start was declined. Bulldogs, let's see if they can make this fourth down. Goodman carries, has a hole, but just couldn't get to the line to gain. A gain of a couple there. And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Now, Todd, we're going to see how many of the players, how well you've memorized your roster.
Once we get into the second team, it'll be interesting. Although, as of right now, it's all first-team guys out there.
Yeah, the skill guys are first team. I think the second group of offensive linemen are out there. It looks like a second group. It does not look like the big first group.
I believe you are correct.
But that's okay. In this kind of game, you want to get your second group as many reps as you can. Let them get used to being out in front of the lights because next year it'll be their turn. My high school coach used to say, next year now.
See if I can get you some of those guys here in a minute. Mull, handoff, Robertson. Ooh, spin move forward. Going to be a gain of about 8.
The tackle there was by number 16, DeShandre Wright. He did a nice job filling from the secondary. Robertson, again, just a hard runner, hard nose. He's not afraid of any contact. All right, not afraid of hitting the ground, not afraid to drop his shoulder down. Good job there. And again, the second group is just as well coached as the first group. No gaps in the offensive line, keeping their shoulders square, holding on to their blocks.
Mull to Robertson, big hole left side, and it's going to be a first down.
Wade Jacoby there with a big block, number 4. Did a great job. Again, that term is washing that defensive end down. Did a great job washing him down. And Robertson with the bounce out. He's got good vision for a hard-nosed runner.
And C.J. Ross headed to the sideline there for the Bulldogs, dinged up there just a bit.
Yeah, they got some nice looking athletes over there. But again, a lot of youth, a lot of inexperience, and they're gonna get a lot of valuable experience from this effort tonight.
So on first down, Highlanders push it forward for about another 8 yards.
I don't know if you saw that surge there by that second group of offensive linemen. That was pretty darn impressive. They were all 6 or 7 yards down the field as a unit. They're going to get some helmet stickers or whatever they put on their whatever awards they give for linemen. The second group deserves something because they came out with a lot of energy and they're pushing the Albany defense around a little bit.
I was looking, the center's still the starting center, but I think you're right. A lot of those other guys. Robertson, again, got tripped up there as he made it into the defensive backfield.
Damian Castillo, number 24, with that shoestring tackle right there. And again, you're going to see a lot of this turnaround handoff. Here comes Jones back in to the game. But with the running clock, you don't want to risk any injuries, anything goofy. No, you're not going to see any trick plays by Floyd Central or anything like that. It's going to be straight ahead and turnaround handoff. Keep it going. Keep the chains moving. Oh, goodness.
This time.
Oh, he bounced it out.
Bouncing it out, and touchdown, Highlanders.
That's clinic tape for Coach Bragg right there with his shoulders.
That's Jacoby Jones on that touchdown.
The squareness of the offensive line is impressive. Just how that's how Jacoby Cohen's had so much time to jump in the hole, find a way out, and then juke his way out of the hole because the offensive linemen were doing such a good job of staying square on their blocks. It's a really big part of the zone scheme, staying square on your blocks.
We'll show you that replay here after the Kennedy kick. The sophomore on the Mac McFarland hold up and good. So with that, it makes it Highlanders 42, Bulldogs nothing. We'll show you that.
Yeah, and as you can see, the offensive line, they all keep their shoulders square. They're all moving together. And then there's just a nice little cutback lane there. And since they're staying on their blocks so well and they're keeping shoulders square, it's easy for Jacoby Jones to find that cutback lane and right into the end zone. That's a well-disciplined group right there. You were right, Todd. That was the starting center, but I think the guards and the tackles were the backup guys, and they did a great job. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Again, like I said, clinic tape for Coach Bragg when he goes.
That's right. Yeah,
he'll go to show his other coaches, hey, this is what we want our second group to look like. This is what we want our first group. This is what we want everybody that we coach to look like. Same effort.
So again, that was about an 8-yard touchdown run, and Highlanders have done all the scoring tonight, as the scoreboard shows.
Well, and 42-0, it is bad, and it is as bad as it looks, but. New Albany's, they got a lot of youth out there, and these guys are gaining invaluable experience. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, who knows? Some of these sophomores might come back as seniors and have a little bit more edge, a little chip on their shoulder from the experience standpoint.
Caught by the back at the 25, and nicely done there, falling forward. I think that was Curry, Curry, on the return.
Yeah, again, just trying to make a play. But I was gonna add to that comment I was talking about. But football players seem to manage to have long memories about scores being lopsided. So I just know from my days coaching at Jeffersonville, we would get our butts kicked up here, and then a few times we came up here and did some butt kicking. But that's because we had those long memories, and those motivations are intertwined with those long memories.
Absolutely. Well, and good coaches certainly can find ways to have those sorts of motivations.
Yeah, you got to be careful though. Not too much, just enough to
just
get them
enough,
fired.
right?
Just enough to get them fired up. Yeah, fired up, not fighting. But back to the full house backfield again. I like it. There you go, Goodman.
Yep, that's Goodman. Oh, ball on the turf, but I believe recovered by New Albany. See if we can catch that on the replay. The ball squirted loose, and looks to me like Cortez Ricketts jumped on the ball there.
Yeah, he was a mainstay last week on the defensive line. He had a nice week last week on the defensive line, and then moved him back to the deep part of the full house backfield. But again, ball's on the ground. Who knows what's going to happen, right? We saw from that surprise onside kick.
And see if New Albany can get a play away before the quarter comes to an end.
Reverse.
Oh, and then ball on the turf.
Bounce right back to him.
Yep. And then swamped under.
Wow. Well, they tried their little wrinkle that they put in at halftime, the little reverse.
And that's the end of the third quarter, so we will step aside and hear from some of our fantastic Glycod sponsors. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on Glycod.
I think both teams, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think both teams will be satisfied with this. Because, Coach Cooley's down 12 starters. He's going to be happy with this effort at least.
Well, without Watson.
You lost another one last week. Goodness gracious. It's hard to compete. He's got 38 guys over there.
Yeah. So in this 3rd and 5 situation, we've still got zeros in the clock here. We're waiting on the teams to come back out after the end swap.
I will say, if you're watching us tonight and your young man's playing, you better get a comfy seat, because the fourth quarter will go just as quickly as the third quarter went.
Yeah, it went very quickly. And actually, the first quarter went by quickly. There was no scoring, and both teams kept the ball on the ground more than not.
Yeah, but again, like we talked about at halftime, that was that patience by Floyd Central to know that once they set up the run game, they were going to be able to have their play-action game.
So 3rd and 5 there. Goodman, handoff, right side, and caught in the backfield.
That's Damian Castillo.
Yep.
And again, you're seeing guys play on both sides of the ball because of the depth issues from the injury standpoint for the New Albany Bulldogs. We got another young man with a little ding there. It's number 52, Eli Stokes, junior offensive lineman.
He got back up. Let's see if he comes out. Looks like he is headed for the sideline, so it's going to bring up 4th down. Looks like Zamorano, E.J. Zamorano, sophomore, checks in the ballgame for the Bulldogs. And I guess I should update that. Looks like more about 4th and about 6.
And they've emptied out, completely empty.
That's the first time we've seen this, right, Coach?
For sure. Jet sweep. Oh, man.
Quarterback keeper, but not much there.
Maybe did they get the face mask?
Oh, they may have. I see a penalty flag down as well. Yep. Personal foul. Horse collar against Floyd Central.
Again, now New Albany has life. Maybe they can get to as an old coach, you're super competitive when you're down there on the field. But now up here in the booth, you kind of understand how both teams are playing obviously really hard. And the injury issues and everything that's going on over in New Albany, you kind of just want to see them get one on the board. Floyd Central's playing their butts off. They want to keep the shutout, but you want to see them get one on the board. They're working their butts off. They got a depleted roster. Trying just to find some cohesion for the playoffs.
So 1st down via the penalty flag and into Highlander territory.
And again with the empty.
Cortez again around the end. Nice gainer there, about 5.
Yeah, that's
Castillo, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Castillo, he's a quick little guy there, isn't he? Let's see, he is listed at 5'7", 148. Senior, getting some extra reps in, getting a few carries.
Gain of 4, so 2nd and 6 here. Somebody's got a campfire rolling down here.
Yeah,
Coach, it's smelling it.
We smelled the campfire. Then before that, we smelled the fireworks smoke. There's all kinds of things burning around here.
Looks to throw.
See, that's
overthrows his man.
But that's a good-looking throw. He's got a good motion there. There's some things that you can work with when you have more time and more ability to be consistent in your action. But again, there's plenty of athleticism over there. You just got to be more consistent in your effort and your cohesion and know what your other players are going to be doing.
All right, so going to bring up 3rd down here, 3rd and 6. Of course, the clock is running.
Again, another new formation, and I think we're probably going to go right here.
Yep. Looks like going right.
Good run. Oh.
And flag comes in.
Yep. Everybody saw that one.
Yeah.
He grabbed him. Woo, man.
Castillo with the run, but the couple of flags laying at about the 39-yard line.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be 10 yards from the spot there. It'll be 3rd and 16. Oh, they declined it.
So holding on the Bulldogs, but declined.
Oh, because it makes it 4th down. Todd, I'll tell you a quick, funny little anecdote. When they started the running clock, I was a really young coach, and I didn't like it because I wanted to run the score up on everybody. But now as a dad and as an older coach and an ex-coach, I love it because we don't need this game to go on forever and have all the injuries that could happen from that. So it's a great thing, and it's helping football get more people involved.
Oh, ball batted up and falls harmlessly to the turf. So it'll be turnover on downs. I didn't see who got a paw in there. But Goodman's pass incomplete. They're saying Alarcon stuck his hand up. Yep, sure did. Kristen Alarcon got that paw up in there.
And that defensive line, they've been improving. If you watch them throughout the season, which I kind of watched the last 3 or 4 games, but they've gotten more penetration as the year goes on. They've gotten better. The run-stopping group and the pass rushing group's gotten better too. It's really something to build on with that concept. Now they're going to probably face a team in the playoffs that has a little bit of a speed up to keep them from doing that. But it's a good group of 8 guys that really play the defensive line. Oh wow. Oh boy, and a flag.
And a flag.
Now this would be like probably your third group of your freshmen and your sophomores of offensive line, because you're only going to get 1 possession each quarter, so you probably went second and then now in your third. So these are real young guys that are just learning the offense, and they'll be done with their first season, but they're still not perfectionists like the first and the second group. So look for New Albany to be able to split some gaps, maybe get some tackles in the backfield here.
So 1st and 20. In motion, and then a good run there.
Oh, see.
Oh, still going.
Yep.
Good hard battle there.
That's that team effort right there. Just one last caveat on that running clock, Todd. I've been on both ends of it too.
Sure.
Woo. We went 3 trips up to Center Grove. Woo. My goodness. No, thank you. Those guys kicked our butts. But yeah, you notice that team effort. That team, the line have been taught, keep blocking until the whistle blows, and then your guy will get more yards because he'll run into the back of you, and then they'll get all wrapped up, and then that kind of scrum thing keeps moving down the field. That's the team block that you're looking for.
Trying to look for a spot here since we aren't stopping the clock to get a little read here. Oh, nice quarterback run. Jackson Stone with that gain of a good 10 yards.
That's a nice little move right there. A little wiggle in the hips.
And we've got a player down, so as soon as I update down and distance here. So gain of 8. Looked like more than 8, but we'll call it 3rd and 4. Gives me the opportunity to say, interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform, or have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@glycod.com. That's info@glycod.com.
Well, as you know, we're in the last 5-16, which is going to go extremely quick, and I love high school football. I did it for 18 years of my life, and I love every Friday night that I get to come out and be on Glycod. It's so much fun, and these kids are learning so many lessons about life right now. How do you win the right way? How do you lose the right way? How do you get off the mat and come back out next week and the week after and be ready to play? Those are the life lessons that you're going to learn every day. How do I get out of bed tomorrow and keep on going to work in the weight room, because after we lost 42-0.
So Stone around the left side has the first down, and Moore still going, finally pushed out of bounds inside the 30, maybe even the 25-yard line.
Jackson Stone said, Coach, I want some playing time. I want some PT. But on the other side of that is, how do you come out? How do you get out of bed tomorrow morning and not let your head get too big from Floyd Central? We won 42-0, looked really good doing it. But how am I going to work? I got to work harder when I win big so that I can make up for that. Keep my head in check. Don't let your head get too big.
Of course, a lot of these guys now may be getting a chance for the Highlanders. Flag comes in late after that run.
The referee may have said something, number 43.
Number 47, Clayton Franks with the carry.
Franks was the ball carrier there.
Yeah. A little extracurricular there in the backfield. I won't mention it, but that's not the kind of stuff you want to see on Friday night. You just want to see good, clean action, and frustration sets in, but there's no cause or no need for any of that.
Personal foul, and Highlanders get another first down. And now there's another flag.
Well,
and sideline.
So just another thing. The first sideline is always a warning. The second one is the 15-yard penalty.
So that was the warning. I believe there's been a warning against Floyd Central earlier.
Yeah.
So that's the first such flag against the Bulldogs. Stone, handoff, right side. And see who the ball carrier was. We'll try to get that. Nice run, though.
It's number 47. It's Clayton Franks, 47.
Clayton Franks again. So
this
second and
this is 29. Jaden, and this is going to be
in motion, and then the flag comes in. I think there was a legal motion.
Yeah, that's going to be Jaden Bricker on the carry there, 29. But, you know, it's hard for New Albany, too, because you feel like they're running the score up when they're just running the ball up the middle. But, you know, and that's where the frustration sets in because they're working hard, too, in practice.
So we've got an illegal motion or shift on the Highlanders.
Yeah, the man in motion never came set. You just can't continue going in motion. This isn't Canada, as they often say.
So clock winds again. Going to bring up second and goal, this time from about the 8-yard line.
Ooh, good hit.
Nice hit there by New Albany, stopping that one.
Number 16, which is going to be Deshaundre Wright. He's had a couple big plays here in the second half. With as few plays as we've had, he's had 2 or 3 good hits. But again, you're getting some guys some experience that they need, and again, you're hoping that your upperclassmen have been through enough of these to understand. Hey, go to bed, come back tomorrow. Let's get better. Let's get focused on what we got going on in the future. And for New Albany, you know, pick yourself up off the mat. Let's keep working, keep getting better every day. Uh-oh.
And right up the middle. It's going to be close to the end zone. It's going to be about the 1.
It will be a first down, though. That was, again, Clayton Franks. He is listed as 5'9", 250. That's a big guy. I'm 5'9", Todd, but I'm not 250. That's a big old boy.
Well, and that's my fault. I thought before the way they had set that it was actually there wasn't a line to gain, so that's my fault. I didn't realize they could get a first down, so I had end goal up there. And there's your run by Clayton Franks and your touchdown.
And that will be the, as they say, the coup de grace there.
So Clayton Franks scores with 1:50 left on the clock from 1 yard out. And it looks like new kicker to attempt this. It should be Larry Sutherland. And kick is up, and the kick is good by Sutherland.
And he's a popular young man amongst the Floyd Central Highlanders. The whole sideline erupted for his. So it's a good team camaraderie. You want to see that as a coach. You want to see your other players celebrating your younger players' success.
Let's try to take a quick break here, Kellen. We'll be back with more here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
49-0 now with a minute and 15 remaining. I still need to show you that touchdown. I may have an opportunity here in a moment. Again, Sutherland steps up to the ball. So Larry Sutherland puts the boot to it and fielded at about the 23. That's Farley.
Yep.
And I was going to say swamped under, but really just
forward progress
wrestled around. Yep,
Right.
forward progress did it.
Yeah, and you're seeing the depth of Floyd come into play here tonight, but also the experience. It's been a complete performance, honestly. Even though the first period ended 0-0, right, Todd?
Right.
That was that patient, and then they just kind of opened up and did everything they wanted to do off the running game.
So see if New Albany can get a play away here. This will likely be the last play of the ball game.
They're going to score.
The ball taken away. Floyd Central on the takeaway with the score with no time left on the clock.
67.
So
Caleb Sparrow.
Senior, 6'2", 180 pounds. So Caleb Sparrow with the fumble recovery. And the score, no reason for the extra point. Making it 55-0. And that does it. Wow.
You'll see everything in this game.
Yeah.
You will see it all.
You watch long enough. So that's our final. Floyd Central 55, New Albany nothing. We'll definitely take a look at that last play again as we look at our German American Bank scoring of the game. And that's going to do it for the ball game here at Floyd Central. We will have the post-game show upcoming for you here on Glycod. Stay tuned for that. And then we've got playoffs coming next week in Indiana. Thanks for watching, but stick with us for the post-game show here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that. Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto Group, offering Southern Indiana's best selection of pre-owned vehicles through a family tradition of excellence.
As we return to Floyd Central High School, Ron Wigleb Stadium, Scott Field, and the Highlanders emerge victorious in this one, 55-0. And I promised that last play one more time, and I'll give you that because that was as surprising. I think everybody on the field was possibly surprised with that one. So it looked like the running back the ball just popped out of his hands and into the hands.
As you were saying, it looked like he threw it to him, but it looked like he didn't have a firm grip on it. It just popped right out of his hand.
Into the hands of 67, Caleb Sparrow, who scampers, rumbles. He ran nicely into the end zone.
He wasn't rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling. It was a good run.
It was a good run. Ran it into the end zone for that score. So nice for that senior on senior night to have that opportunity. Well, Coach, let's tell folks first that tonight's scoreboard presented by Deering Floor Center. Looking for new floors in Southern Indiana? Contact Deering Floor Center at 812-487-1446, 812-487-1446. And then just your initial thoughts on this one, telling everybody that we'll be back with our stats and our scoring here at our next break. But any initial thoughts on this one?
Just a complete game by Floyd. Real patient game. They knew they had the experience and the edge in class a little bit, and they just were patient. And New Albany, I think they fought hard in the first quarter especially, and they just kind of ran a little bit out of gas and a little bit out of experience.
All right. Well, let's step aside. When we come back, we will make sure and we'll get you those little bit of stats that we have and walk through our scoring. So stay tuned for that as you're witnessing here on the field a big picture of all the orange in real nice memoriam for Bryce Gerlach. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more on the postgame show here on Glycott.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A Community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt, but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we return, it's time for our German American Bank final numbers. Now for a look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. And those final numbers, our score 55-0. All Highlanders tonight. Penalties 6 for New Albany for 50 yards, 4 for the Highlanders for 35. First down 16 for the Highlanders, 7 for New Albany. Turnovers 1 on downs for Floyd Central and 2 for the New Albany Bulldogs, and 1 on a onside kick that ended up getting covered up by the Highlanders, and then that last play of the game ended up Caleb Sparrow ended up with the ball and got himself into the end zone for that score.
Always good to see a lineman score, Todd.
Absolutely. I know linemen of the world unite, right?
Exactly. That ball will be on his mantle for the rest of his life.
Coach Kaz be sorry he missed that. So let's go over the scoring quickly here if I can, if my voice holds out for it. No scoring in the first quarter. In the second, it was all FC, of course, but 11:53 left in the second quarter. Sebastian Robertson, 6-yard rushing touchdown. Kennedy knocked through the extra point. 9 seconds later, after that onside kick recovery, Sebastian Robertson with a 28-yard rushing touchdown. Kennedy with the kick. 9:06 left. Mull to Kaiser. They aired it out for 28 yards and a passing touchdown. Kennedy with the kick, making it 21-0. 2:12 left in that first half. Jacoby Jones rambled in from 4 yards out, making it 28-0. In the third quarter, 10:38 remaining. Mull to Kaiser. Mull with his 17th touchdown through the air for the season. That was a 21-yard pass play, making it 35-0. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Jacoby Jones with another rushing touchdown. This one from 8 yards out, making it 42-0. And then Clayton Franks in the fourth quarter, 1:50 left, with that 1-yard touchdown plunge. And then the last but not least, Caleb Sparrow with the fumble recovery for the touchdown, making it 55-0.
Oh, about 20 yards. It was about 20 yards.
20 yards, yeah. We
roughly.
could see it on the replay one more time. I guess we have watched it a couple times, but that'll help us know where it was.
I got it about the 22.
Yep, 22 yards. Sparrow runs in for that last touchdown, and that was with really zeros, or nearly so, on the clock. Again, tonight's scoreboard presented by Deering Floor Center. Looking for new floors in Southern Indiana? Contact Deering Floor Center at 812-487-1446. All right, let's step aside, hear from some of our fantastic Lycott sponsors, and we will get you the schedule, upcoming schedule, and, of course, our most outstanding players of the game when we return here on Lycott.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or longtime patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As we return to Floyd Central in our postgame show, it is time for our most outstanding players of the ball game. Tonight's most outstanding players brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Well, Coach, let's go first with our opposing team. So who is our most outstanding player for the New Albany Bulldogs?
Well, not having scored any points, you would think it'd be hard, but then the only player to me that showed the real grit that you want was Jamal Chambers and how he carried the ball. He was running over players. He was making a difference on the offense. He got them the 3 or 4 first downs that they really needed to kind of slow things down when they got down 21-0. And he was really the one player that showed to me that he was really giving the total 100% team effort.
All right, so Jamal Chambers for the Bulldogs and for the Floyd Central Highlanders.
I think it goes without saying that it's Sebastian Robertson. I know he gets a lot of player of the games, but he's the key to their offense, and that they show that the whole first quarter they really weren't. They didn't score, but they set up all of that play action because everybody has to sell out to stop Robertson, and so even though they couldn't stop him, they still had to sell out, and that opened up all the play action in Kaiser and Mull and all those things. But Robertson is the key to their offense.
All right, so there's our most outstanding players of the game, and now it is time to let you know what's coming up next Friday. Coming up next Friday, a look at the huge week brought to you by Strike and Spare in Clarksville. Visit strikeandspare.com for information on hosting birthday or corporate parties. Strike and Spare. And let's get you that. And we've got a whole lot of stuff on this schedule. I'm sorry this is so busy. Tomorrow at noon, actually. That's not next week, but that's just tomorrow. Bryan Station at Frederick Douglass. And then next week on the 25th of October, the month nearly gone, Bryan Station at Lawrence Dunbar, 6:30. 7 p.m., IHSA sectional, Providence at Springs Valley. Providence at Springs Valley. Again, that's not available on YouTube. IHSA TV, you can find the link at glycod.com. 7:30 p.m., Campbellsville at Kentucky Country Day. Mail at Bullitt East. Madison Central at Bryan Station. And Trinity at Oldham County. So a full slate next week, especially in that 7:30 time slots. And Coach is looking over my shoulder there. Any of those in particular interest you?
Trinity, Oldham County, because Oldham County is a little bit explosive. They might have something for them. They turned it quite a bit around, but they have a great head coach. Tayshawn McBroom's he's a great coach.
All right. Well, let's put a bow on this one from here. Any thoughts, Coach Kellen Barnes, for both teams?
Well, going into the playoffs, Floyd Central's going in on a high, and they're going to have a high because they got Castle coming into town.
Yeah.
So they have to play their butts off. But having a kid like Robertson and having Isaac Kaiser and Mull as the quarterback, you got a chance. So, and then New Albany, you got to lick your wounds. You got to get back in there. You got to keep grinding away, working, and they'll have something to say in that playoff game.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it from us here at Floyd Central High School. Puts a bow on it. Again, the Highlanders defeating New Albany 55-0. We want to thank Athletics Director Jeff Sequeira for the hospitality here at Floyd Central, and want to say thank you also to executive producer Steve Bird getting us scores, making sure we're on the air here tonight. Our cameraman tonight, Christian Sanchez, for Coach Kellen Barnes. I'm Dr. Todd Carter saying good night, so long, God bless, and we will see you next week on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Clark County Health Department, prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, a family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start, German American Bank, Northside Security, and Call's Body Shop.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.